task, then it makes you stronger. You realize that everyone is just trying their best and no one deserves to get hurt. You've always felt a burning feeling that you were meant for more. You've always had that one thing that you've always wanted to do, but you tend to tell yourself you couldn't. But every once in a while, you would wonder, what if? You see, you're not normal. Stop trying to be. Stop trying to fit in. You weren't meant to. You were meant to be different. Normal people aren't meant to be great. Normal people usually aren't the ones who end up becoming great. So it's a good thing you're not normal.
I love the way you've kind of sequenced these shots. These shots coming up of you.
You've always felt a burning...
That one's actually my buddy.
Your buddy? Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's just so cool. I use it so much because it's a sick shot. But
It is. It is. Like, why are those 3 shots? Why would you use those back to back?
Dude, honestly, I just use them because they look cool. But I guess probably the subconscious reason I was like trying to use them is because they just give off like a main character energy, and that's kind of like how it's supposed to be making you feel towards the end, I guess. That, dude, honestly, you're probably gonna ask me a bunch of questions, and it's gonna be like, dude, I don't know, it just looked cool. So
Yeah,
like,
don't even worry about it. You know why?
Yeah.
And this is the funny thing too, where it's like, I think a lot of people are like, wow, this guy's like, he's really reaching for some stuff. Because that's how I feel like how I am. But if I'm feeling like this, I guarantee you that there are more people that feel like this. And I guarantee you there's so much other creators that are like, I did not think of that. I don't know why this guy is saying this about my stuff. You know what I mean? But in my head, I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, this is how I felt.
I watched the video that you made on the one step video, and you were talking about some like sequencing stuff, and you were like, that's so genius, and I was like, yeah, that's exactly why I did that.
I
like,
absolutely did that for
yeah.
Trust me. And I get it too. I get it because I know a lot of the times it's like that. But I was like, I'm just trying to explain how I feel, and maybe subconsciously it's you guys don't think you guys are doing it.
That's definitely true too.
But you've watched enough content, enough videos, enough stories where in my head this part it just feels like hopeful.
Yeah.
The looking out part. Cuz like what if you wouldn't use a shot where you guys are looking at the camera? It's like why was it these ones where you weren't
like that makes sense, honestly.
Do you know what I mean?
But that's not why I made that decision, but
Thank God.
I don't know.
Don't worry, I won't put this up.
No, you're good. No, you can put it in. I don't care.
I love it. I love it though. I love that. This is what I get from it, and I'm like, why does this work for me? Like it's
no,
it's like
it's just
mad
like
hopeful. Like why is looking out the thing?
Yeah, I guess just subconsciously, just the feeling it gives of like it's kind of just like a main character shot. This is the portion of the video where you kind of like look it into yourself, like, oh, like
yeah.
Depending on how much you related to all the things I said, it's like, oh yeah, I'm not normal. Like this is kind of cool. Like I don't have to be normal, whatever. And it's like these are kind of like main character shots.
I love it.
While you're, as if like the viewer was looking at this person or like me in the shot as if it was like themselves in a way, I guess.
Nice.
I
see this in a lot of your shots, and I don't know if I could be wrong, but do you like chase light a lot? Like,
yeah, I love summer, but the only part that sucks about summer where I'm at is because during the winter, like we're talking like January, February, March, this light that's coming through onto my face, like the light just like the way the sun goes like across the sky, it absolutely beams through this room. And then there's another room that shot with the clock.
Yeah.
In the other video,
I love that.
It
perfect.
Beams through there like beautifully. I hate winter, but like January, February for like making videos is gonna be so sick this year.
Yeah,
because like it's gonna beam through, and like I have a fog machine now too. I'll probably try to do some like light rays stuff. Like
do you use a lot of fog in some of these shots, or is this just natural?
No, this stuff is natural. I didn't get that fog machine until like late June, I think.
Dang.
So
imagine what it would look like in this.
I know. Yeah. So I can't wait, but it just like the way the sun is during the winter, like beams through the windows perfectly. It looks so nice. Dude. What the fuck?
It's beautiful.
I was replaying this shit and I was like, is this a cut? I was like, how the hell did he get this fucking light like this? What did you flash? Did you flash this in your face? Is this a mask?
No, dude, this that's just a sunset lamp, bro. Like,
and you just blast it in your face?
Yeah. Yeah, I just like at that moment in time, I just like turned it on and just, I think I might have overexposed it a little bit, and then I think
it works though.
Like, that was kind of the point, and probably in post, like brought up the highlights a shit
Yeah,
ton
yeah,
too.
yeah.
'Cause-
I thought you cut it too, so I was trying to see. I was like going frame by frame. I was like, how did he do this? No, it's such a good effect. And I guess this light after.
Yeah,
This is
same thing. It's just sunset lamp.
oh, and then just like I guess
Yeah.
because you're recording from the back, so it's getting that silhouette.
Yeah, this is very Gawk's.
Yeah.
You
Doc's
know,
influence.
oh, 100. Dude, he's probably my number one inspiration at the moment. Like
Genius.
almost to a fault, because at some points I'm like, I should probably be a little more original, but you know.
But man, it's like a homage to like his stuff is so just well put together. Everything.
Dude, he's a wizard, dude. I don't know how he does it. Like, he's crazy.
Genius.
But
and just
yeah.
art in general, like just showcasing
yeah.
his art. Oh my.
No, he's
God.
sick. That shot was like, because he has like a projector that does that stuff with the fog and stuff, and like lines are moving and everything.
Yeah.
I just put the sunset lamp like on the laptop in front of me, and then like you can't see it, but I'm just like dragging my fingers across the lamp so that it's creating like
that little
Yeah.
that is insane because I was talking to Andrew about it because he has a shot like that and
I saw that clip. Yeah,
and he was saying how he like found like a 4-hour rose petal or whatever. So seeing how you guys could do that same kind of effect or vibe with different things, like you were just running your fingers like you were hitting it with like one of the that's
no, I was literally just like dragging him across the light. I mean, it looked sick, so I was like, all right, cool. But yeah, no, I'm not buying I can't buy a whole ass projector for like two shots, bro.
Okay. And it's just about
I have no idea what's going on here. Okay, so what are you supposed to do then? Well, it's called film emulation, little Jimmy. There's a lot of ways you can try to emulate. It's called film emulation.
How'd you shoot this stuff?
This was at like 10 p.m. in my backyard with a giant softbox light that I got recently.
Is it just a big ass softbox light?
Yeah, it's just on a C-stand, and it's like up, like all the way up here, just kind of pointed down, almost like a spotlight.
Yeah.
It probably would have been cooler with a spotlight, but it's like the reason I did it at night was that so everything around, so it kind of looks like a spotlight.
Yeah. Because doing it at any other time of day, it's like
right.
Because I feel like this could even look like it was in a studio with this like laid out grass, you know?
Yeah. Originally, I was actually gonna try and do it in my garage, but then it was like the light was so powerful that like it was illuminating like the whole garage. It just looked terrible. So I was like, I actually have to shoot this at like 10 p.m. So like everything around it is black and dark. It's just almost like kind of like a Shy Guy thing.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like,
yeah.
on my notes, I was like, is this inspired by Shy Guy? So then
I'd say a little bit, yeah, for sure.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I love that. I love that that you use that because it was so different. There's like as I was watching all your stuff, I saw this. I was like, wait, this feels completely different. And I love how you added like that in.
Yeah,
it just felt so complete. Like,
let me tell you right now, dude, that video is an anomaly to me. The reason I say that is because I was Dehancer. I wanted Dehancer for so long. I was just like, I just loved the look that Dehancer gave a lot of like, you know, videos that I was watching, stuff like that. It's like Dehancer is my saving grace for color grading. I want to get Dehancer. And they reached out to me if I wanted to plug in, and I was like, oh my God, like it's Christmas, dude. Like, I can't believe this is happening. And so I was like, hell yeah, I'll do it, right? And they're like, okay, so we're going to give you a month-long, like, license, and then you make a video, and then once you finish the video, we'll give you, like, the full, you know, lifetime unlimited license. I'm like, awesome, cool. And so basically I have, like, a month to finish the video. There should be plenty of time. I shot 2 different videos that were going to be just lame headshot videos of me talking about the answer. And then I literally shot them and edited them, and then after I finished them, I was like, nah, bro, like this is so low effort and pathetic. Like I feel like I should be doing better than this. So then I was like, nah, dude, fuck it. I'm just gonna like restart and I'm gonna make a whole like crazy ass video. And this is like a very Gawks kind of video because I love that stuff. Yeah. It took me like 2.5 weeks to make this video, and like, oh my Lord, it caused me so much pain because I literally like. I spent a whole week shooting, and then I got to the end of it, and I was like, well, let me just see how these color grades are coming out before I keep going this week. I was like, these suck. And I'm like, is it my color grading or is it my lighting? And then so I was like, well, let me redo some of these shots, but like with better lighting. I redid some of the shots with better lighting. I'm like, wow, it's my lighting. My lighting is terrible. I don't know what I'm doing with these like big lights that I got. Yeah. So effectively, then I restarted the whole video from scratch. I was like 50% of the way done. So then I restarted again. And then like from like Sunday to like Thursday night, I'm shooting like nonstop like while I'm at home. The point I'm trying to get to is like it took forever. And then I finally get to the editing portion and I'm putting it together. And I'm like, I still can't get the color grades to look exactly how I wanted them to. And so that's like in the back of my head, like, this doesn't look perfect like I thought it would. And I'm putting this edit together. As I'm putting it together in Premiere, I'm like, this sucks. Like, this is not at all what I wanted it to look like at all. And I was like literally like this close to throwing the whole project away because I was like because at this point, dude, like DaVinci's crashing and like things are just like an absolute mess. And I'm like, what is happening? I don't even care. I just want to throw this away. I'm gonna go back to doing the talking headshot thing. But I was like, no, I'm gonna regret that.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna finish this thing and post it, and I'll just be done with it, and it'll be fine. And even posting, I was like, it's not my best work. I don't think like, and I know I can do better. And if this video gets, 500 views, I honestly wouldn't expect anything more. And now it's like my third most viewed video on my channel. I'm just like, what?
So good.
So that's like a lesson for anyone out there, dude. If you're making something and you think it's trash, shut up and post it anyways, because it could literally like other people don't see it that way. Like I'm looking at all these like color grading things that no one else cares about, dude. Like
at all. Like no one's
no.
and everyone likes different things, so it's like just legit just post it.
I don't know. I mean,
and maybe it does get like 500 views, and maybe it isn't that good. But at the end of the day, it's like you gotta post it and finish it because then it'll make you better. And yeah, sorry, the whole rant there, dude. Like that video was agonizing, and it's actually ended up being very rewarding for finishing it.
So anyone watching this, we're not covering the whole breakdown, but you guys gotta go and check it out because it's such a good video. And now that you mentioned it, I feel like people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's crazy."
Yeah.
What are you doing? I don't know, man. Did you read it?
Yes, I read it.
So what are you doing then?
Yeah, I know, but how am I supposed to fix it?
Experience.
Yeah, like this?
Oh man, like that.
Is that me?
had some good days.
I love this video.
I like that one. I'm proud of it.
Dude, you should be. There's so many things about this that I enjoy from just like a cinematography standpoint, but also a storytelling standpoint. The storytelling aspect of it. When did you come up with this idea?
I think it originally started because the other video, that's all you got. That one.
Yeah.
The idea came from like, what's another question that I could put in a title that I can make like a whole like story around? And so I was like, what are you doing? And so it's kind of like a lot of people are, in the nicest way possible, like dormant. They're just like not even really aware of it. They're just kind of like going through day-to-day life. And it's like, come on, man, like you can do more. Like it doesn't have to just be this, like, you know. And so that's just kind of where the ideas came from.
It's always hard to light outside. So is this almost just a one light in the car that's lighting?
Yeah. I thought about putting like my own little key light in there, but I was like, nah, I mean, I think
this
it
works.
comes off. Yeah, it comes off a little more natural too.
Yeah, for sure.
So
And then I noticed that in this one specifically, you use a lot of negative space for framing.
yeah, I saw some comments on that too, and I was like, oh yeah, I did.
I meant to do that. Yeah, cool. No, because I love it. Like, okay, wide shots as well. So the wide shots in the negative space is what I noticed in this one a lot. I loved it. So there's this shot here, this shot right here. So like, it gives a whole other vibe as opposed to normally people would probably be closer. Are you in the driveway? Are you across the street with a zoom lens? What's
I think I'm just in the back of the driveway with like a 70mm or something.
Yeah.
So nothing crazy, but like, no, this was just like, it was like kind of blue hour, and I was like, looked at the house from this angle, and I was like, that'd be kind of cool because like there's a little bit yellow light coming out from the blue that's during blue hour. And I was like, what if I just put like the window of that door in like the left third of the shot? And then so not only is it in the left third of the shot, but I'm also being framed by the window as well.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like your eyes go directly to it, but it also gives this kind of like dark vibe in a way. So
yeah, I like it. It's like a frame within the frame. That's like
exactly.
Too. And then like you got cool shots here as well. This is cool. The lighting. I want to ask about the lighting and the angle here. Actually, I was like, where the fuck you put this thing that didn't get wet?
That was such a risky move, dude.
Risky. In my head, I was like, I would never. I was like, this guy's crazy if it's not camera.
Yeah, no. I was like, it'll be fine. I think I had it attached to my magic arm, and it was just like all the way as far in the corner as I could possibly get it with like a wide angle. And it got a little wet, but I mean, it's weather sealed. It's fine.
Yeah, it's just like, as you're not like dousing it, like
of course. Like it was getting like sprinkles on it. It wasn't like getting drenched. So.
Okay.
You see the handle
right here
in the bottom? I think I just put the magic arm like on that handle and
like right here.
Shoved it in the corner as far as it could go. So
and then the lighting. How's this lighting?
I actually shot this twice because the first time I shot it, I was like, this is cool, but it looks a little weird. The first time I shot it was just like, I don't even know. But this time I have a like a little RGB light. It's probably like this big.
Yeah.
And I just put the C stands over in the bathroom by like the sink, and it's just up all the way on top. It's basically a top-down spotlight.
Nice.
Lighting with like the RGB light, and I tinted it a little bit like green. I did push a little more green in post, but the light was actually like a little bit green. When I was filming too. So. And
then is the light on you the house or like the house light? Because it looks like a different light that's on you.
Yeah,
that same?
Yeah, there's to the right where it's all like dark. It would be lit up, because there's some like lights on the sink.
Yeah,
that's how I did the original shot. Was like with those lights on, and I was like, So then I turned them off. And I was like, oh,
yeah,
that looks very cool. So, I turned pretty much all the other lights off except that spotlight. So.
Oh, nice. Okay. This shot though, probably my favorite shot.
Yeah, dude.
My favorite shot of the whole thing.
Yeah.
The whole it's wide enough. It's negative. It's like it has a lot of negative space. The contrast between the colors is crazy. What made you go for this shot?
When I started doing this sequence, I was like, I need to do some sort of like transition sequence between like getting out of bed and eating cereal. This is kind of one of those like establishing shots, but I was just like, how can I do it in a way that's like actually kind of cool? I was like, so I'm like messing around with angles, and I have like this like 12mm wide angle, and I just put it in this corner. I was like, how does this look? And I was just like, oh, that looks sick. Because it's like the left is like, the sky and everything, which in post I made a lot more like teal and blue than it actually is. But it was to create some color separation from the orange lamp on the other side.
No,
and it's just, it's very cool. But I just love that it's
I
like
love it.
split,
Yeah.
and the color contrast too worked out perfectly as well. But
It's so good. And there's a movie Creed. I don't know if you know the Creed series.
yeah.
So in Creed 3, there's a shot of Michael B. Jordan's character, and he's talking to Jonathan Majors' character. And then there's a moment where he walks out, and it's split like this. And he stops in the hallway, and he kind of like is like looking or like thinking about Jonathan Majors, but he's looking through the wall, so they're kind of almost looking at each other like this. And it's has that same vibe, and I was like, oh, it's so good. So good. I love this scene. It's like that. See the whole negative space thing here.
yeah.
The negative space thing here is great. This here too is like a wide, and then this close up of you going in and just disappearing.
I've had some good.
What a way to end that.
I actually originally shot that sequence. My buddy helped me out. I probably drove him nuts because I shot that whole sequence 2 times. Because the first time was in my downtown area at night, where the train station is, because they had one of those like glass like bus stop things, but where the train was.
Yeah.
And so that's where the idea of me like disappearing spawned from, because it was like, I'm getting out of here. Like I'm grabbing my bag, packing my bags, and I'm gonna hop on a train. I'm gone, right? Because I want to make a change. And so it's, that little montage of me walking down the steps and stuff. But I did it with the train one originally, and the train goes by, and once it's gone, it's like I'm gone. The problem with that was like the downtown area where I live, all the lights are like disgustingly orange, and so in post it was like it's just like unfixable. So I literally I think I spent like an hour on Google Maps looking for another one of those bus stop things, and I found that one that was like kind of perfect because it was like all kind of another Shy Guy thing, like all black in the background.
Yeah, it was like a perfect bus. That's crazy that you actually Google Maps there and you had to look like you look. For it. See, this is stuff that people don't do or understand. Like,
because unless you know a spot off the top of your head, like you gotta look a little. But yeah, and then I have the C stand. I actually think I edited out the C stand a little bit, but the C stand is like just to the left of me, and it's got that same little spotlight thing going on. With
so you added the spotlight.
Yeah.
What?
That coloring was inspired by some kind of still I saw on Shot Deck. Ideally, I wanted like where all that negative space is in the black, even though it looks really cool. Ideally, I wanted it to be like orange lighting or something, like orange street lights, because then there'd be like a really sick color separation.
Yeah, because you have a lot of color separation in this video too. Like
right.
The difference.
Yeah, I was like, if it doesn't look like that, then I think the negative space still looks pretty cool too, and it turned out nice. So
dope. I just want to ask you about that shot. Is that digitally tracked? Like where
yes,
you were...
yeah.
So
I tried to center it as much as I could during when I was shooting it, and then I centered it as much as I possibly could in post as well, and then I think I put like a little box around the date.
Yeah.
And just had it like track it, and it did it beautifully. So yeah.
That's wild because I saw it, and it was one of those things where I was like, I got up and I was like, wait a minute. And I was like, so I had to go back, and it just looks so cool.
I could just open it, or I could like track it, and it looked way more trippy and cool, I guess.
Yeah, it is. And I think for people that don't understand, like for me, I totally understood it because all I was looking at is like the date is just centered. It's like it's just easy to track that way. So it's just a shot. You just shot it one camera and then
top
digital.
Down, yeah.
Beautiful.
Actually, like nowadays, like every single video, I'm trying to like just improve as much as humanly possible, like whatever I can do to make. But what that requires is like every single shot, I have to sit there and think about it for a second and be like, how can I make this like more interesting than it would be if I were to just like do it? It's like I said, like I could have just opened this with a top-down angle. It would have been cool, but like if I track it, then it's like way more interesting, right?
Yeah, it adds to it for sure.
So it's like, every single shot, I'm like stop thinking like, okay, this is a cool shot, but like, is there any possible way I could make this like look better and like more interesting, right? So, but yeah,
I just want to say thank you, dude. This is amazing. It's always dope, like talking to you guys and like picking your brains and just kind of understanding and just kicking it for a bit.
This is it's so fun, dude. I'm so glad,
dude. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, dude. No, thanks for inviting me, bro. This is cool.